guys, welcome to Mr. Ben Coaching Tuesday tips. I'm going to do a few Pilates or whatever what I teach to my clients with the weighted balls. They are £3 each. I got these years and years ago, but you can get them on eBay or Amazon. They're not horrendously expensive. The reason why I use them are that they're soft, so they drop, unlike a metal dumbbell, which obviously can clout, so they're easy to use. But you can use other means of weights if you need to. As ridiculous as it sounds, a can of beans or something which is roughly £2 or £3. It's not about going heavy, because we work with levers and you end up putting too much work through the shoulder joint when you're working with the arms, for example. And then before you do the exercises, you should be well warmed up. If you've got any injuries, sit them out, that's going to aggravate. If you're not sure that you should be doing these exercises, just check with your therapist or your coach or your medical professional. And then if you're not sure, just drop me an email, ben@inspiredpersonaltraining.com, and then we'll crack on with the exercises. I'm only going to give you 4 or 5 to do. They're only 5 or 10 minute videos to add to your already exercise routine you do, or if you're missing anything, then drop them in. Okay, let's crack on. So, weighted balls. Okay, we're going to bring yourself onto all fours first of all, just as if you're doing the cat stretch, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, but we're going to work with the ball first of all. Turn the fingertips inwards, and with the ball, we're going to do thread the needle. So we roll the ball out, soften through the elbows, keep the pelvis neutral and the spine in neutral, and we stretch, so we're looking at thoracic rotation. We come back with the arm, twist, 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 and again I work the opposite side. And I'd recommend you do probably 5 to 6 per side. So we roll out, reach the ball, inhale, twist, 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 and back. So with the added weight of the ball, it just means you get a bit of work around here. If you've got shoulder problems, you do it without the weight. Then that moves nicely on to the next exercise. We walk the hands slightly forward. So this time, we'll bring ourselves as if we're doing a press up, a 3/4 press up. What we're going to do, we're going to use the lever to create the work, but provide core stability. So all around here and here is going to work. So we're trying to keep stable. So my start position never changes apart from the arms move. So as you breathe out, scoop in the belly button. Don't have the head too flexed or extended, and we breathe out. You can work one side, you can alternate. It's challenging because your pelvis wants to twist. It's a really good exercise to challenge. Not about quantity, it's quality. Start with perhaps 6 to 8, and when you know hand on heart you're doing good form, then you can progress on to more repetitions. Second one, just a slight variation. We do a side raise, so it's that. And you can bring both in, so it's a 1 and 2. So while you're doing that, the shoulders are getting work, but you're also focusing on here for support. It's core stability. That's the role of the deep muscles around the spine, for stability, to keep the spine from moving unnecessarily. Then from here, guys, we're going to come onto our front, do a little bit of posterior work, so working all the major muscles of the back. So we're going to bring the hands behind, tuck the chin down, do like a dart position, draw in the abdominals, make the legs long, reach the hands back. So we're in like a skydive position, straight away the hamstrings, the glutes, mid-back muscles, lower lumbar area. And as we breathe out, we're going to work the mid-back muscles on the backs of the arms. It's a the whole time I'm reaching my head long, shoulder blades down the back, legs are long, and everything is working. How many to do? Start with 10 repetitions, add a second setting when you get more conditioned, and make sure that you don't feel it in the lower back. If you feel it in the lower back, you're either doing it wrong or you've got a weaker lower back and you need to do it without the weight first of all. And the last one we're going to do is a flexion of the spine movement, but it's an abdominal exercise. And the weights make it much more easier to do. Because what I see when I teach people when they do the roll-up is they come up and they just lunge up. So they're going to damage the back and they're not allowing the spine to go into a flex position. So the balls work really well because they assist you coming up. And of course you can always put a little pillow under here to add with the flexion of the spine if you tighten the lower back. So we come to this position, legs are long, hands by your side. The weight helps with basically coming up. So we inhale as we drop the chin, we roll the spine up, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, come all the way forward into a stretch, restack the spine from the base, sit tall, and then articulate the spine as you roll back down. I'm going to do one more, this time so it flows, so inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Take the weight away and it becomes a lot more challenging. So I like to teach it with the weight because very few people can do the roll-up with good form, and the weights help on that. So there's just a few little exercises that are great to do to help with your swimming, running, cycling. So if you look at them, the first exercise we did, when we do that, it's great for developing core stability. It's also a good exercise for shoulders. Then we do thread the needle, which is very good for rotation. You need rotation for running, especially for swimming. And obviously cycling, often we need to take a good look from the neck and the shoulders. And if you're standing up, you're probably going to be moving around. And if you're mountain biking, very much a lot more rotation around the thoracic spine. And as it gets tighter and tighter, the older we get and the less we stretch it, the more problems we have. The dart, when we're lying on our front, is going to strengthen all major muscles. And we want the posterior muscles to be strong because when we're in the saddle a long time, they become stretched. When we're swimming, we're in an elevated position. We want to hold ourselves up. And then, of course, when we're running, we want to be able to have a nice, long, neutral spine and be smooth while running and let the levers do the work without this being weak and interrupting the movement pattern. And the roll-up is a great exercise for abdominal strength and, of course, adding in the flexibility of the spine. Now, if you like the video, great, please take some stuff. If you want any further information, drop me an email. And please subscribe because I put these videos on each week for you guys to watch. It's no charge. I just like to give advice to you budding athletes. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.